Hello! Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Heather. Today we're going to make a scrambler. And for those of you who whine about having breakfast for dinner, try it sometime. I've got some pork sausage on the boil already. And I'm going to put some bacon in the microwave simply because I don't fry it. It makes it super greasy. This is turkey bacon, so it can be microwaved. All right, we're going to rinse our hands from that. Okay, now we need the potatoes. And I got some mini yellow potatoes because those are easiest to work with. We need to get the potatoes out. We need our cutting board. And we're going to cut the potatoes into hash browns, which is not going to be very hard because they're so small. We're just going to give these guys a quick rinse. Because we don't know where they've been. Make sure they're nice and clean. And you know, it's okay if we don't make very much. Because it's just for me, but you can make the scrambler however big you like. And the potato garden flour, so we're not going to use it. All right. You know what? Yeah, it's probably enough. You just want it nice and small in quarters. And we're going to put them in here. Because honestly, this is not so complicated to do. And you know, with the food the way it is these days, yellow potatoes is all I can get. The pan is heating up. Ow. And for the smaller potatoes, you only need to cut them in half because that'll be good enough. Because otherwise you're not going to really have anything. We're not going to do a great big bunch of potatoes today just because it's just me. But we're going to do enough that you understand the concept of what I'm trying to do here. You know, I've wanted to do a scrambler for a while. But you know, then COVID happened and the mental stress of something like that, suddenly like everything suddenly shutting down. And not knowing what tomorrow brings, that can actually take a big toll. So And I actually did do a couple of Cooking with Heather episodes, I believe, in March. So, we took a little break. March and April, I think I did episodes. So we took a little break and now we're back, fresh and happy to be here. Be careful with these super tiny potatoes, eh? Because one wrong slip and you can cut a finger off. And the sausage, the pork sausage is cooking quite fast, so we're gonna slow her down a bit. Right? Just gonna make sure these are nice and small. They do not have to be uniform, however, it is nice if they are, because they are going to be cooked in a minute. And they're gonna be cooked during the process too. But it doesn't honestly matter as long as you're happy with it. This is Heather's kitchen. This isn't the MasterChef kitchen. If this were the MasterChef kitchen, you can bet these potatoes would be uniform. Honestly. There we go. We're going to set these aside, rinse our hands because we've been touching potatoes. And now we're going to add some oil. Because that'll make it easier cooking, and some salt. Alright. Get our hands in there and make sure that all the potatoes get some oil and salt. Then we're going to put them in a skillet. We're going to rinse the bowl. We're going to wash our hands. And we're going to watch as the potatoes cook. Actually, we're not going to watch because you're only going to see me. All right, now we're going to put the potatoes away. We've got a few left. All right, we'll just set them aside. We'll rinse the cutting board. We'll rinse the cutting board, we'll rinse the counter, because that was a very wet process, wasn't it? All right, now we're going to prep the eggs. And we're also going to check the meat. And the meat is fine. All right, now we're going to prep the eggs. Okay. All right. I'm going to use a cup. Just to make sure no shell gets in Scrambler. And what do we do with the shells, ladies and gentlemen? We throw them in the garbage. Alright, we don't want to leave the potatoes frying for too long, maybe a bit longer. And for this little fun thing, we're going to need 6 eggs. And there's the bacon. Gotta hurry it up, I guess. Whoa! It just broke. All right. All right. Now, I'm going to get the other pan out. And we're also going to get the lid out so the potatoes can cook a little better. Because they're going to steam cook. All right. Okay. Gonna prepare another pan. All right, now, you know what? I don't have a whisk. I don't know why I don't have a whisk. I have a fork. So we're just gonna scramble these a bit. Set them aside. Put some cucumber in, probably about half, maybe a quarter, we'll see. Food sanitation practice says we rinse what we're going to use. When we're ready for the bacon, we'll get it out, not a moment too soon. We don't want a crap ton. There we go. I'm going to put that aside and then we're going to get some mushrooms and peppers. All right. Mushrooms. We only need a couple, but because we don't want a ton. I'm going to rinse these bad boys. Great, we're just going to shoot them into small pieces. And we're putting things in the eggs so that nothing's raw. We're going to cook it into some nice goodness. Those hash browns that I made are steam cooking. And some of the mushrooms can be whole. It makes it interesting. Not a lot of them, but some of them. And people have been asking me for months when I was going to do another Cooking with Heather, and here's your answer today. And we've got a yellow pepper, and that's pretty much all we need for this. I've got other peppers, but you know, peppers are interesting. And don't forget, when you're cooking with peppers, don't forget to take the seeds out. I had a problem with this for years, and my mom got on my case a lot about these seeds. But Mom, I love you. And you're very awesome and you're very cool. So your wisdom is very, very valuable. You want it very small, and you can even use you don't want to use a ton. Just be careful. There, that's probably a good enough amount. And the rest you can eat for snacks. And we're absolutely done with the cutting. Ooh. Okay. Now we're going to get onto the cheese grating. Because of course, what is a scrambler without lactose-free cheese? You know, when I discovered the existence of lactose-free cheese, I was very happy. Because I used to eat goat cheese, but as nice as it is, it's very expensive, it's very fattening. So I'm glad for this. You gotta make sure this is nice and soft. And you've got to just make sure it's definitely soft, because otherwise it won't grate as quickly. Got to make it nice and cheesy. And if it's soft, it crumbles faster, so you don't have to do as much work, and that's awesome. There we go. Tuck the cheese into the egg mixture. And there you go. It's ready to go in. There we go. There's all the pieces to the scrambler ready and cooking. Yeah. And here's the little serving bowl for the scrambler. We're going to need that in just a minute because I think the potatoes are done. See, look at how we're going to just scooch the eggs. You can watch me scooch the eggs. And the potatoes are done. So we're going to move the potatoes out of the way. All right. We steam cooked the potatoes. It's very awesome. Now what we're gonna do now is place them in the bottom of this mixture. With a spoon. Not gonna do very much. We can eat the potatoes for breakfast. All right, now gonna go back to the eggs, scramble them up. And since the pork bacon's done, or the pork sausage, excuse me, the pork sausage is done, I need some room in the sink here for that. Just need my little all right, pork sausage is ready. now we're just going to wait for the eggs to be ready. But in the meantime, the eggs will be ready soon. In the meantime, we're going to prep the rest of the dish. Going to get the turkey bacon out. And look at that. It's nice and ready. You put it in the microwave for about 10 minutes and then you just let it sit there till you need it. All right, we need our trusty knife and our trusty cutting board. Right. We don't want the bacon all in one piece because that's too much at a time. We want it in thirds. And now that the pork sausage is definitely ready, we're going to be throwing it in here. All right. You definitely need to just we need sausage every step. We need to scoop more of potatoes. Just to even them out. All right, and the eggs take forever, but they'll get done. But in the meantime, I'm going to put the bacon in while we wait for the eggs. Need very much. You know what, this serving thing is getting too small. So we're going to get a proper plate. Deconstruct everything. Get a proper plate simply because this bowl is too small. So we're going to use a plate. All right. We're just going to do this just so we can focus. On the plate. Right. There we go. It's not perfect by any means. It's not restaurant quality. Right, the eggs are done. Uh-oh. There we go. Spread it out. There we go. All right, that's the scrambler. Let's have a look at it. And that's Cooking with Heather. Have a lovely day.